after midnight. We're gonna let it all hang after midnight. After midnight. Woo, it's still bloody hot. Under a hot tin roof, man. Woo. I'm actually getting some things done. Finally. Oh, finally sober. That's a good thing. Just starting to cool down now, which is good. So I'm gonna get back into work. I've got a lot of problems I've got to solve and things I've got to catch up on. Yes, but I'm telling you, pretty bloody rough. Yeah, alright, time to get stuck into it. Now, before I do anything else, actually I've got a few bits of paper in here. My notes, okay. There's a bloke in Canada, he asked, like, was it like a month ago or something? Oh, let me get back in front of that. Oh, that's better. Okay, so I'm working this out, to sea freight it. Yeah, it should be considerably cheaper, I don't know. This is the old chart. Right here, God, mess everywhere. That's the old sea freight chart. They changed things due to well, they had to up all the prices due to inflation, all the nonsense that went on in the world. There's just sea freights there, but I'll have to look at the new chart, and I'll hop on the website and so I'm writing down weights. Measures are going to be okay. All right, so that's that. Hey, for 2 frickin' months, for 2 months, I'm still Captain frickin' Muscle Man. Hey, you like the mane? I'm gonna get it cut to like this kung fu movie guy, in time. Yes, so I'm kind of, God, I'm a hunk. Look at that, still frickin' Muscle Man, and like 6 weeks. No, it can't be 6 weeks. No, it's actually more. Like 8 weeks of just diving into a sea which became an ocean of frickin' vodka. Yeah, it wasn't easy to break out of that, to be honest. Kind of just sat down and the misery of just what's going on in the world and all the bad people that are running it. Well, nothing I can do about that. Alright, okay, so pop that back over there. So I'll get that information to you this very morning-ish. I'll probably be working all night, who knows. We'll see how it goes. I don't want to overdo it. I've already done a fair bit, and with the rig and all, and yeah, I'm not sort of, I was wearing those too. God, not at my best, but I'm going to get back up. Yeah, I operate like that. Okay, let's do this. Which piano? Let's get some water again. Oh God, where's my water? Wait till you see some of the cool. Oh, running out of water too. That's good. Wait till you see some of the awesome stuff I've got to show today. Oh yes, let's do this again. Which piano? Okay, without any further ado, I'll just get that fan off so you can hear me. Ooh. Sure. That one, sure, that one. Oh. Right. Get around to that someday. How's my project that I was working on? This tent would have been worth a fair bit of dough. Real big one. Turns out they used it for sandblasting, and there was no way I could get it all that clean. I thought I could, but I didn't. But, had no pegs, so I ended up making up these flexible peg things, and cut all these bits of steel and piping and all this stuff, and a great idea, but when I went to clean all that, it was just a no-go. That's probably the last project that I really worked on. Okay. Oh, about 1:30 in the morning now. Oh, okay. Let's have a look at this. I didn't realise that I still had that one sitting up there. Beautiful. Yeah, it is listed. Okay, let us get on to this. Now, there's a particular chap out there. He's got first dibs actually with this. This is real deal Meiji period, just 1868 to 1912, and you see the lip here. It's indicative of the don't know if you'll be able to see it. Found something here. These are all Meiji period. Maybe you can't see it with the lip, and that's how you can tell that's well, that's actually there's some shoulder on top of there, and I've got some meadow over there. Anyways, alright, so, well, it turns out I get contacted, and they actually, because they couldn't find the striker for it, and I'm like, whoa, and they found it, and I'm like, alright, yeah, thanks, there you go, and I was like, right, this is the real deal. So, you know, this was the actual one for this, and this was at a temple, and this is beautiful. The script itself, this is the maker's mark, but it's really faded and hard to make that out. I guess under a microscope or something you could have someone figure that out. She's beautiful. That lip is beautiful. No cracks. It's in wonderful condition. Just really good condition. Really like this. And let's see now. I put the spirit level on it. Oh, 1:30 in the morning. Tell you, it's a whole lot cooler now. Alright, I must mean to relist this thing at some stage. Yeah. Just brush that over there. Yeah, you go over there, you dead spider. Yeah, yeah. Alright. Get back to it. Yeah, I've got to list this again at some stage. Ooh. Real deal. Alright. Okay. I'm tired, but I'm really pleased to be back working. This thing here, I've struck it like twice now. Yeah, check it out. Just needs the slightest, it's perfect. Still going, still going, still going. Just goes and goes and goes. Now, because I have this, and I mentioned to the chap the price I wanted, and so what I'm going to do is just contact him and say, hey, I could easily get $100 for this thing, and so if you want this, I'll throw this in for an extra 50. If not, then we'll just go with the bell itself, and then someone else will have the opportunity to go for this in a separate listing, something like that. We'll figure it out. But yeah, that's, yeah. Oh. Size wise, yeah, like I was saying, sorry, I'm still a bit off kilter. I'm not drunk or anything, just off kilter. Lost. I fell in a sea of vodka and orange, and sometimes fruit juice. And I was really concentrated, so I added water. For a couple of months there, I went no. Hey, actually, this very day, as I was thinking about coming here, about half hour later, I don't know how that worked out. mate contacts me, because I contacted him a couple of weeks ago, and I said, oh, I'm going to go to the warehouse, and he goes, oh, no, I can't make it. And I'm like, okay. And so he contacts me and says, oh, what about this week? And I'm like, yeah, man. I said, I was just texting him back. I'm just about to go tonight. So, yeah. So that's cool. We're going to hang out here, and hopefully I can get a few more things done. I believe that, I reckon, in like a week, in about a week's time, I can sort of have all my shit back together, I guess. Yeah, should be the way. Okay, that's that. Beautiful. I don't really want to put it there. Let me just pop this somewhere. Yeah. Alright, so I did all the weights and measures and all that stuff. Yeah. We can go there. Okay, now let's get on to this. I haven't actually slept properly in months. Like a little bit of sleeping and woozing in and out of consciousness. I fell down 3 times in 1 week. Hit the deck 3 times, but that one time, the last time wasn't exactly the safest. Okay, who cares? No one gives a shit about me. Alright, now. No one cares. And what we have here is failure to... No, what we have here is a beautiful antique Katsura wig. Now, let's go with the flaws, first of all. Here, sometimes people might put like a price tag or something like that, a sticker on this sort of material, and I've made that error years ago too. When they go to take it off, it tears, so that's a bit of tearing in that. There's a bit of moulding inside, but surprisingly, it's not so bad. I was wondering if there was moulding on here, and then I just went, and it turns out it's just dusty. And what I reckon you can do is just get a very light brush and just give it a bit of a clean up, and you'll have yourself a real nice one. Let's have a look here. Just going like that. What I'm going to have to do is when they get transport, it has to go via EMS due to weights and measures. This is something or other Katsura. It's got the old school phone number there. Probably try and figure out that. Anyways, yeah, it's got to go due to size, not so much weight but size with this one, EMS Japan Post. It does come with this really cool kanzashi. Check that out. So I think I've got a pretty decent photo of it, utilising the tab cam. Tab that thing. Now, what I'll have to do is I've found out from the past that sometimes you might pop them in, and you need like a bit of packing around them because they can slip off. Like this thing here, I'll tie that a bit better, I guess, or I'll just put a bit of some formulation behind it and in front, I guess, and just to sort of keep it in its position. But yeah, it's a lovely piece indeed. It's beautiful, isn't it? I should wear the thing. Got some kimonos over there. Actually, just reminds me, I was having a look at. I'm still a bit shaky now. Hey, well, at least I tell the truth. Anyways, okay. I was actually walking past here. Earlier today, and noticed this is old school fabric from it's kimono fabric right there. Some kind of patterns and all that kind of stuff, and don't know what to do with that. I was thinking, I don't think it will fit in that one. But weight-wise, I might, someone might get that as a freebie maybe, I don't know. but that's expensive stuff, isn't it? Alright, so that's how that's going to work for the packing it. Packing kind of sucks. Okay. Right, so that's a beauty. It's an antique note. Right there. Generally, that would have someone's name tag in there. Right, now let us get on to this antique guitar. This antique Biwa right here. Now, I'm going to put this up as a repair project. I haven't put the neck in all the way because I plan on dismantling it in order for packing, but basically it's just a bit of a tilt that way and you've already got it coming out, right? This piece that comes out, I've got a really cool dovetaily, whatever doku people would understand what that is. That's really cool. And let me just see if I can pop it back on. See, I didn't put it on tight. I need two hands for this. Yeah. Beautifully made. Yes. Alright. What I will do is, there's no strings for this, but I can get strings. You'll find in my Etsy store there, Kimonosans Etsy store. You'll find that I've got strings, and this elderly lady that I used to go all the way into town to see her whenever I needed Biwa parts and stuff. Don't have a butchie. Separate listing, all that stuff. Yeah, I don't have a butchie now. I did have a resource of shamisen butchies. I think I've handed all of those over to people, haven't I? All kinds of shamisen bits and pieces and stuff like that. Yeah, I think there's one there. Okay, yeah, shamisen bits and pieces. You could make a shamisen or a few, 3 or 4 out of all that stuff there. Oh, well, I just got, whoa, that's why I haven't been working during the daytime. I just had another spin head, woo, just by standing up. Don't worry, I'll get back to being alive. Right, so yeah, we have, let's have a look at the major flaws. So yeah, a repair project, which would be really cool. Oh, as I was saying, what I'll do is I'll number the pegs. Generally it's quite rough or damaged in this region, but it's not bad. It's had a few tiny little bonks, same as that one there actually. So yeah, I'll number the pegs just to make it easier for you to, when you're stringing it. This plasticky thing, I think that would have been a replacement part. That's all cracked a bit, but it's not going to affect anything. It's not going to affect your ability to tighten strings. We don't have a bridge piece in there, so that might be a bit of a difficult job. In order to, they have this off and they put that in there and then plonk it on. Actually, there's a Spanish guy, this old Spanish bloke, and I think because he's getting on, a few years ago he decided to get some students and teach them the way of making Biwa, you know. And he'd been in the game since I don't know, I think, what was it, the 70s or something like that. You can check out the Fukuoka Now website and just search Biwa, the maker or something like that, and you'll find a really cool article on this bloke, and he shows pictures of him way back in the day, and learning from a master Biwa maker. So way cool. But yeah, you know, to get that off, I guess it might be possible, in order to place a piece in there. I think it'd be solid enough anyways, to be honest, but feels very solid. But you know what you're doing. Anyways, alright, so there's some cracking in here. Beautiful carving. Look at that Emperor's seal right there. We've got, these are missing. I do believe, well, back in the day, the lady that lives really close to me, and I used to go all the way into town to see her, until she asked me one day, where do you live? I said, Imajuku. And she said, what? And I said, oh, Imajuku, Higashi. And she says, Toshimo. She lives there too, 5 minutes walk from me. So when I get strings from her, silk strings, I get silk strings from her, and I call her up and then place. She's working from home now actually, and just place money in the letterbox, or sometimes I just ring the bell and say hello. And yeah, she's rad. I swear she's like 85, 90, 5,000 years old or whatever, and she's fitter than I am. Happier than I am too, that's for sure, damn sure. Check this out. Dun, dun, dun. Wah! Enter the dragon. Now it does have, let's see, some cracking. This is some pretty serious cracking right here. So maybe some filler, I don't know, you know what you're doing. And here also some wonderful carving here. Now sometimes they put like a sort of a pad here that's kind of rough, so when they're playing they don't sort of slip. And I'll tell you about that, something I've never seen before, soon, but I reckon that this is old school style, and they would do that in order to put the carving there in order for it to not to slip. Yeah. Now it comes with a few pieces. Alright. A few extra bits and pieces. This is plastic stuff, so I believe this is all replacement stuff. I believe that way back in the day, see that's plastic too, way back in the day, someone might have taken these off for a gepu. I'm such a classy guy. They may have been taken in order for another project, I presume. So now, yeah, there's a few pieces. This is the predominant piece here, so pretty good. Tile cracking there. No. Now that piece there, how was it orientated? Orientated that way? Yeah. So that's just a matter of bonding that back on. There's a couple of bridges. There's a couple of bridges. Ooh. Now, and there's one piece of bamboo here. I've actually replaced those myself back in the day. It's quite time consuming it was, but I did alright. So I was reading about how to do it or something. I was just like, bamboo, need some Japanese bamboo. Okay. Yeah, I gave it a go, and it came out really good. Right, now, too OLD and broken to try and attempt stuff like that anymore. Alright, so that has at least one bridge there. So you got a few pieces here to work with. Now supposed to be there. I don't know. Right, so a wonderful opportunity to have a repair project. So for what I'm asking for it, yeah, it's you know, you got to have the particular person that's interested in, that's willing to put in that work. But look, it's ripped here. wood pegs. Probably would have had some pieces in here. I think it's probably had replacement parts of plastic, actually, and they've probably taken all the good stuff off it years ago for, as I said, like that, for another project. I believe I can get these. I believe I can get them, so yeah. There's probably other people out there that do that. I believe that she's probably still got these sort of things, but I don't know. I wouldn't even know how to describe it. I will take a picture of this though. Oh, then you're going to go through sizes. But probably best if you make some up yourself. Basically, it looks like that. Your holes there, holes there. So I'll carve out some moon-shaped stuff. And you'll be all right to go. You know what you're doing. I'm going to shut up about this one now. Right, so I'll have to break that down. As I say, I'll number the pegs. I've got some like tag or wire, and I'll just number all those. What do? I generally go big string first. I generally go like 1, 2. I do here 3, 4. I think that's what I generally do. And then I would put tags here also. Put a tag there, tag there. Don't worry, I'll make certain that you'll know where to place them. Now, what do we have here? This one here I would say is like 97.6325% complete. You'll find that, not that I want to be very exacting or anything, you find that that piece is missing, and it's missing on that side also, that piece there. So, I don't know if you would want to go that crafty, but that's what it's missing, and that's sort of the recess where it sits. And that layer is one of those stems in order to support the bridge. In fact, there's a hole back there too, so it could be a replacement bridge, or is that how it works? And it's just for sound. Yeah, that's just for sound, isn't it? Yeah, that looks like it's being replaced, and it's in pretty poorly positioned. It's alright, that's that. Yeah, she does have a few flaws. Then it's got let's see, beautiful coloration, just gorgeous. Very good condition also up here. There's a little bit of a nick there. Sort of seat them against the wall kind of thing, but overall, I mean, it's pretty good. It doesn't have like that one inserts in there at all. Bridges are all beautiful. Very nice indeed. So I've got an idea of what to do with that one if you purchase that one. Let's say that these are replacement pieces. You'll see how these extra ends there. So I think, yeah, you can see sort of some bonding there, so they have been placed. I've seen that happen quite a lot. It's definitely had a lot of playtime. We can tell by the many strikes from the bocce. Investigation time. So there's a bit of cracking in there. Certainly, it only goes to there, right? So I don't think that would even affect the sound at all. So it's it's pretty good for what it is. Now, what has happened here is they've put this stuff on here, and don't run away until I just tell you what's going on here. They put this stuff on, it's actually sandpaper on some kind of bonding strip. Now, I know that they've put that there in order for it not to slip, right? So what I did was, I was like, oh no, I don't want this. But what I did was, just in the very corner here, you might be able to see it there, just got my fingernail and just pulled it up just slightly, ever so slightly. It's very easy. I believe that that'd be very easy to remove if need be. So yeah, that just comes off really shot. And I did a little bit on this side too. I reckon that'd be just really easy to just take off. But that was for functionality. I swear I've never said that before. Functionality, that's it. So she's yeah, so missing that little piece there. You might want to. So I'm gonna call it a repair Biwa, but obviously I'll be asking a lot more than that one. She's it's real nice, beautiful, just beautiful colorations and all that. Let's see, I haven't dismantled it all, so I know what to do. And you've even got a set of strings for it. You might want to relocate that bridge support. Improve that if you wanted to, but as is, you could play the thing. Yeah, definitely, absolutely. I'm very impressed with it. I believe these have all been renewed over the years. The top pieces of tighten this up and have a bang on it. But, ooh, that's for you to do. Yeah, so this is a beautiful lines in it. It's a wonderful piece indeed. So there you go. Oh, okay, so yeah, I'll have to dismantle that. Same deal, EMS air, due to weights and measures, which would be the best way. And that's it's a beautiful piece indeed. So, missing one big blade. That's how I put them down on the floor, but you know, do as I say, knows what to do. Yeah, this one essentially. But alright, that's that. It's like 2 o'clock in the morning now, isn't it? What's the plan? I was thinking I'm kind of feeling a lot healthier than I have in quite some time. I'm kind of thinking of grabbing my tab candy thing. The computery tablet thing, and going for a nice walkie poos and just sort of get back to reading the genre of World War I. Many a story, beautiful, beautiful writings. I used to write beautifully back in the day, didn't they? Yeah. Yeah, mate, back a PJ extra mile, my schooner is all. Alright, so that's that. I will leave this stuff just here for the evening, and we shall begin to live again. Yeah, I got my weights and measures. You don't want to see my handwriting. Oh God, I got berated for that all my life. Was it just a nervous system that just got fucked? Attacking children. Anyways, I've never been able to overcome that, to be honest. So, watching porn stars. They're in Vegas. They sell antiquities and whatever, and talking about some, I don't know, one of the famous baseball players back in the day, one of the top guys, and he was illiterate, and he all his life he couldn't sign his name, but they could. But, I've always had that issue. Anyways, what is this, Grizzle Day? Oh, ribs are all fucked. The situation's looking pretty grim. But, well, that's not looking grim, is it? That's beautiful stuff. Beautiful art indeed. Alright. Yeah. Oh. It's still very warm in here. Alright, that's that. I'll gotta do a little bit more work in here, and then I'll head back to the ranch. I'll probably just get this work done now. I kind of feel like going for a nice walk and then just doing this on tomorrow morning. I don't think it's going to matter. I feel like going for a nice walkie poos on one of my circuits, and then go along maybe the beach road. Well, I follow this road, and it's got these like this corrugated plastic line things for like blind people and stuff, and in the night time you can kind of see it, and so I keep it in my peripheral, and I just walk along and scroll along and read these books, these e-books. It's beautiful stuff. That particular circuit takes about an hour and a half without just plain walking, but if I'm just cruising along and just reading, it takes hours. My ribs are all shit, but they're fighting against each other. When they're all broken shit. No one gives a shit about this story. Soldier on. Alright, put that in there and measure something else up, and we're good to go. Whoa. Just walked out here, turned the lights off, and just boom. If it wasn't for that light there, I wouldn't even find the bloody car. Oh, look at that. Beautiful music. Where are you? There you are. Okay. It let me down kind of a little bit one time. I come out about this time, and it's going back a while, and I had left the lights on because I was doing some things for a little bit too long, and this bloke was telling me, your battery's starting to get a bit shirty and a bit on and a bit tired. I said, yeah, don't worry, it's a manual, I'll just push it, and I actually pushed it up there and tried to get it going, and it stalled, and so what I did was I took the battery out and chucked it in there and put it on the charger for an hour or so, and then got some other work done, and boom, she fired up. But yeah, I couldn't get its legs up enough by pushing it. There's a bit of a rise up there. I had to go at that, and it's just not going to happen. I had this ramp, and I'm pushing it into position, but it just wasn't the safest of things to do. Anyways, I've got a new battery for this thing now, so she's okay. All right. It's delightful, I tell you. In the middle of the night, walking in the sea. That bloke's left his lights on, hasn't he? Anyway, that is a potter. He gets a lot of work. He works like a total trooper. Same as this bloke. There we go. Right then. Cookie. That's fine. I might take the highway back on the highway to the danger zone. Highway to. Yep. Got $2 there. $1.60 it's going to cost me. Good. Now let's see if this beast will fire up. But isn't this lovely this time of night, man? You know what? I might just go into the rice field where it's really dark and just show you just how beautiful it is and all the sounds. Back to listening to me. Yeah, let's do that right now. You know, Shishi. Oh, my potato cam's gone potato-ish. There's a wild boar over there right in front of me. Oh, hang on, I'll try to turn it on and see this bloody thing won't. Pity. Potato cam sometimes goes a bit wonky poos. But yeah, there was a wild boar like right there on the road. He's just hopped in here. On a highway to... If that great big spotlight from the concrete joint wasn't so... He's a sizable one. He's just jumped in here somewhere. If that bloody thing was off, we have a better chance of... I doubt he'll jump out at me. They're really high, they usually just take off and running. Oh, I've seen them here many a times actually, like over there running around like a pack of 5 of them or something. I've seen them a few times. But yeah, sizable one for sure. Like about the same weight as me. I saw a huge one time. He was just crashing through all this stuff and he's in my way and I'm like, shit man. He wasn't that keen on getting out of the way either. I bet they're pretty tough. Like they just crashed through stuff. Like he was right in front of me on the road, like up there, and as I'm going down, and then he eventually moved off the road and crashed through all this bracken and stuff. Like, my, very powerful. That thing was huge. Alas. Yeah, it'd be far better a view if that spotlight wasn't on. I've never seen one like hop in and just hide. You know, I've seen them just bolt. I would have heard him if he bolted through here. It was about here. No one gives a shit about this story. Pull out the shoddy, mate, and we'll have ourselves some shishi. But after about 3 days, the meat goes to shit. It really does. You gotta I don't know, eat some, salt some, pack it. Actually, it might have been here, this laneway here. Yeah, that might have been it. Yeah, that would have been it. He would have bolted along there as I was trying to get potato cam up and running again. Sometimes it goes all blurry and God, that ticks me off, because I do a video and of like some items and things and then it just goes to shit and it goes blur. But exactly, that's, see, you can step over here, you wouldn't want to step there. And there's a some wiring here. This is designed to keep them out, and some lights that turn on along this wiring thing, and there's some over there too, but they'll be quite conscious of that, and that's where he would have gone, right there. Boom. Okay, so I didn't judge like about 20 metres. Look at that, eh? Now I'm going to shut up for a second and just disregard that spotlight thing over there, but and have a bit of a listen. Oh, this is mountain water coming on down from these beautiful mountains up there. Pity potato cam's not picking up the They're actually working up there at this time. It's like 3 in the morning now. The potato can's not picking up the stars, but it's still getting a bit of that half moon going. I know those wild pigs, there's a bunch of them that live in there, and they run around through there and over there and all that. I had to dodge a few frogs. At least they were smart enough to try to move out of the way, and I had to go around them, and I do that, you know. Going on the long haul. Isn't this beautiful? Just, I've done this so many times, like on a Biwa size, and just walking in the dark, whether, you know, most times not filming anything, and just walking all night, man. I've got my backpack just filled with cans of beer. Yeah, and just go wherever. Sometimes make it back at like 10 o'clock in the morning, then, or I find myself waking up and here I am on a bridge or something. Oh, I'm in the middle of the freaking road in some paddock in the, you know, rice paddy in the middle of fucking rice field in the middle of nowhere, like this, and just laying on the ground. Yeah, beautiful. It's real nice to go and have a right good beer size. Yeah, or if I'm closer to town, I don't take a backpack. I just go from one pit stop to the next. Most of them are 24/7. I swear I could name 100 convenience stores and 24-hour supermarkets, and I could just pinpoint them out, just go because I've walked all over the city. 100, probably 1,000 of bloody things. But my memory's shot. Why? Why is your memory so bad? Why are you so messed up? It's that flashy star. Is that Venus? I'm your Venus. I'm your fire. Multiply, multiply. Who's cruising along so slowly at 3 o'clock in the morning, eh? And so low too. It's a UFO. Chemtrails. Ugh, God. Everyone's got some bloody religion, don't they? Hey, why so low, so quietly, at 3 o'clock in the morning? What flight path is that? It's not a chopper. Get to the chopper. It's not a chopper. I hear it. And it's not the military chopper. They often fly in formation. Drug runners. It's a conspiracy theorist. It's a conspiracy theory, that's right. I bet you though, the hundreds of conspiracy theories that have been thrown out of late, got to be a few that are, like, you know, true. Bloody betcha. You bloody betcha. Alright, let's get back on the road, eh? We're on a highway to the danger zone. I asked the bloke at the toll booth there, you know, I should get that other window down. There you go, dumbo. Oh, I tell you, this wind, it's delightful. It truly is. Oh, yes. I asked the bloke, oh, ima nanji desu ka? Now, time, question. That's the way I grammatically look at everything. Oh, I'll tell you. Fucking ribs in the back again. Oh. Is it gonna get worse? Anyways, I asked him what the time. He said, oh, Niji Sanju go Fun des, and that means Niji 2 hour of 2 Sanju go 35 des, so it is something like that. So 2:35. There you go. And yeah, what am I doing? So I'd love to go for a walk in this gorgeosity of temperature. There's plenty of time to do it at this time of kind of exceed the speed limits in regularity. So yeah, this time of year it's just really great to be able to get out and not, the freaking humidity, man. Ain't my bag. Dry heat, no worries. But I can do it, but I don't know. Just this fucking injuries are just stacking up and racking up, and yeah. But I could never be like someone that pops painkillers or something like that. Or kind of scared to do that really. I mean, where's that lead? I'm watching this dude. He walks around Kensington Avenue in films and interviews people that have been out there on the drug scene, and it's sad, man. It's so freaking sad. He's been following this bloke. Some people are slagging this guy off, saying, "Oh, you're only out there to try and get views and make money off YouTube or whatever." Turns out the revelation was this guy Mike that he's interviewed recently. His name's Mike. He's interviewed recently a number of times. The revelation came that those blokes used to be out there themselves, and they were both doing the drug stuff. And the Mike guy's he's got some serious problems. I think I've got freaking problems, but God, he's going to lose his hands. Anyways, the revelation came that this bloke, I'm only doing 50, driving range open at freaking 3 in the morning, man. The revelation came that this bloke that does the filming, he's a nice chap indeed. He turns out that he's known the bloke for years, and they were a celly. Another guy was a celly once. They knew each other for years, and the bloke got clean, and he found like Christianity and all that, and but he was out there doing the same thing as these other chaps were doing, and young lasses and all that, and as they were talking about that, the revelation came that he's not just out there for views. He's out there to really show what's going on, and it's happening in a lot of places. My God, it's sad. Oh, nightmarish. I'm scared of that shit. I don't want that. I couldn't do that. No. And, this young guy, he's not so young now, but he was once a professional hairdresser, and he had a family and a wife and all that, and now his hands are all bloodied up and all kinds of damage and ooze, pus, really in a bad way. And we were talking about a friend of theirs, someone they knew, had just died just the other day. And he was talking about that, and man, it's awfully depressing stuff. Seeing this chap, he goes and steals stuff. Just every day he goes and steals stuff, and then goes around the people he sort of knows and accosts anybody, and then tries to sell off his wares, like the Nike clothing or Adidas clothing or Adidas, whatever you call it, and any other gadgets that he can get his hands on, just anything, And he was saying that he got ripped off for $97 the other night. He found that his pockets were rifled through, and his pockets were out, someone who ripped off his money. But the thing is, I don't know if he sort of realised that he goes around and rips off other people every single day, right? Because what happens is, regardless of where you rip it, if you rip off a department store, for example, and they're insured or whatever, but you're still making it more expensive for everyone else. So you're ripping everyone else off too. Yeah, but that fella, he's often saying, oh, soon he's going to get clean, but you can tell. He had $30 in his pocket because he sold some stuff for $20 and then found $10 the last time, and you could see his mate was saying, hey, anytime you want to get in rehab, I'll come and pick you up and take you there. And he said, alright. But you could see in his eyes like, yeah, I'll do that soon, or maybe Saturday or something. And you could see that, I mean, I understand it. You know, me, I've been drinking booze all my life, but I don't understand that level. Yeah, but you could see, you know, he knew he's got $30 on him right now, so there's those prints again. But you know, that's what he's going to do. And someone wrote in the message board there that someone else that walks that particular strip. And some people walk around San Francisco, some people walk around downtown Seattle, stuff like that. You know, it's happening everywhere. And so this someone that mentioned in the chat, so the message board thing. Thankfully, we can still message. You know, you don't have a down like thing in the thumb anymore. But and someone wrote that they actually saw him injecting into his hands on one of the videos in the background of another chap. You know, so man. See a lot of just bad stuff, man, you know, and it's depressing. It is. It's awfully depressing. You know what's also depressing? The price of bloody that. They're not telling you what you're supposed to be paying for it right now. Oh, God, what's that mean? I don't know what that means. I'll tell you, there's a whole lot more depressing stuff going on in the world if you're awake and know what's happening. Then there is good. Yeah. Need more fucking. Jeez, this guy's coming up pretty fast. What is he drunk? Had to give it a bit of a stick there. That bloke might have he might be a little tired. I might just get in the other lane. This bloke seems a bit on the wonky juice. What's going on with him? Look at that. I'm doing nearly the speed limit, 50, and he come up on me like that. I reckon he's probably had a few wonky juices because it's 3 o'clock in the morning. It's very rare, but I reckon that's what would have happened there. I could see him coming up real quick. Maximum speed on this road is 50k. Just one of the bigger road.
In the worlds before Monkey, primal chaos reigned. Heaven sought order, but the phoenix can fly only when its feathers are grown.
Battery ran out. Yeah, I like the idea of it, that speeds are by far slower than they are in my country. Because although there's, you hear the ambulance just about every day in this place, it's only sort of minor sort of crashes in people and bicycle meets bumper bar or scooter or something. But it's rare that there's anyone passed away. So I'd say there's far more incidences due to the population. But as far as deaths on the road, man, I've travelled all of Australia and I can tell you, I have seen a lot of crosses nailed to trees. Oh yeah, the big gum trees. You slam into one of those, man. Yeah, there was a... Yeah, but I'm no freaking angel, am I? I mean, I rolled a car in a creek with a bunch of mates and after the dusk to dawn at the Dramana Drive-In, movies all night and just drinking all night, and decided, hey, let's go for a fang up in the mountains. Yeah. I don't drink and drive anymore, that's for goddamn sure. those crosses, man. I'm telling you, I've seen a lot of crosses. Perfect. Yeah. Alrighty then. Pity there's no 24/7 supermarkets around here. So I wouldn't mind having some kind of delicious drink, something like that sugar water stuff, you know, that to perk you up, amino vitae kind of stuff. Don't even know if I've got enough money in my pocket. There is a 7-Eleven round the corner, so I think I'll go there and get something healthy. Hey, well, I'm glad I came out finally and just start doing some shit again. You know, there's a kitten and a mother that was walking around. I could hear the kitten crying. This is about a week or two ago, about 2 weeks ago, wasn't it? And then I saw it at one stage, so I went and got some of those. I can't help myself. So I went and got some yum stuff and handed some out. But I'm not going to feed them all the time or regularly or whatever, because they become like an infestation. And people then poison them and stuff like that. So hopefully they'll go into the mountains and eat grasshoppers or something. Oh, I better be kind of quiet right here.
Elemental forces caused the egg to hatch. From it then came a stone monkey. The nature of monkey was irrepressible.